Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today is May 26, 2021, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, gold rallies to above 1900, making a comeback. But first, no major economic events scheduled for today. So looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, we're watching the Euro lead the way versus the USD at 122.60-ish level. And looking at the indices, we're watching the Dow Jones tapering off while the NASDAQ holding to its gains. In terms of commodities, gold tops up at resistance once again. And looking at gold making that rally to 1900. Now looking at the stocks, it's really Facebook that is only the one that's back on its highs, and the rest are really faltering. Now looking at Bitcoin wavering, but still unchanged as it's taken a little bit of a sell-off and then come back. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start here with the daily of the EURUSD. And you can see pretty much that we are at that 122.45-ish level, just receding just a little bit this morning. So something to consider today. Now there's really no resistance-ish area unless we look at a longer time frame. And even looking at a weekly time frame, it's really hard to say here where there's a major resistance-ish level, as this has hit this previous level, 122.46-ish level to 123-ish level even, back in December. Now, with this said, okay, this is making an alley-oop correction on the upper side. Now, there is resistance, but nevertheless, remember, the dollar is getting weaker on inflationary concerns. There's some economic concerns in the United States. So this may push the euro even higher. Now, looking at the other major pairs, they haven't budged so much. GBP USD just tapering off that 142. And if you look at the CAD, it's still just on its lows, but not breaking out lower. So maybe there's a rotation in the markets that the markets are going to focus more on some of the equity markets as opposed to the currency markets for now. Now remember, Friday we have an inflationary report, which is very important. Now looking at gold, all right, this is where it's all at. At 1901, we traded up to 1905-ish level, and we're right there, okay? We only have about 100 points to go back to our all-time highs of 2000, okay? So keep that in mind as this has really gone vertical from its correctional move from 1680. That was a sweet spot. The double bottom at 1680 really was a very sweet spot to buy it. Now, looking at oil. Oil topping off at $66 a barrel. I don't think we're going to break above 66.80. I do believe we'll continue to trade between 66-ish level and somewhere in the 63-ish level as well. Now, looking at the indices, there's a divergence here, between the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. NASDAQ topping off at 13,200-ish level, 13,700-ish level, only off of its highs by 300 points, while the Dow Jones faltering even more here and not getting back to that 34,700-ish level where I would have expected to be closer to. Now remember, Friday again, we do have that inflationary number, so there's some concerns in the market. Now looking at the individual stocks, specifically Facebook, look at that, vertical to 325, only $1 off of its all-time highs. So this may be the catalyst to catch us higher if this is going to lift the market. Now, the markets did sell off. So with that said, we may see a re-rally based on one or two stocks that are going to carry. Because when we look at JP Morgan, we had a decent sell-off. When we look at Alcoa, we had a decent sell-off. So this may be a turning point for the markets if Facebook could lift the market. If it can't, then we're probably going to see it trade lower, okay? Maybe not in the volatility that we expected it, a couple last week, but we still see some volatility in it. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, this is where it gets very interesting. We did sell off yesterday to 36-ish level, 36,900-ish level, 600-ish level, but still nothing really to catch us back on that low of 30,000. And we're challenging this upper level here at 38,000. So, I think buyers are still a little bit hesitant to jump in, but if we do break this 40,000, then I do believe we'll go back to that 45, 46,000-ish level. Now remember, we're off of our highs of about 15 to 20,000 points. So that is considerably high, as this has gotten, beaten up after Elon Musk's comment. However, okay, future of currency is cryptocurrencies. We all know that. So it's just a matter of time before it does challenge that high once again. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.